Once in a while I'll have a good idea. This wasn't a good idea, doing commentary for my team's match, but here I am. I'm Adirondack Rick, and I'm commentating my team's match against Validation Chest Boots. How you doing, Gigglemesh?
I'm doing pretty good. I've watched a few of these matches over the course of the week, and they are very interesting, we'll say.
Alright, so I guess we should probably, before the mayhem begins, talk about this division, because this is rather a very interesting division. If you're not Triple Clown Fiesta or the Eastern Skippers, you're sitting here in relatively a nervous state.
Yeah, it's real tightly packed in the bottom. It's weird to say bottom 6 teams, but that's just how it is, yeah.
All right, here we go. We are underway as we get things going off here. We will find a chest over at Link's house, and let's see what the Sanctuary dumps us out onto. And the Sanctuary will bring us out right to Hyrule Castle for this turn. So get some bombs. You can get yourself 3 easy items.
You can. That's one of my least favorite spots for Sanctuary to be an entrance, because it makes it so difficult to get to Kakariko.
All right, so Fred, finding over here, we have the Sanctuary. Unfortunately, because he and Orange started at the same location, kind of lost a little bit of time going to find out that information, as he's going to be trying to get some tier pulls going here to figure out what's going on with that. And it's going to unfortunately find out there are small magics, as we do find over at the potion shop. It is a bomb shop. You're going to want to remember that.
Yeah, that's useful for a quick bomb pickup. Unfortunately, nobody has money yet, but easy to flute back to if we ever find a flute. And also seeing the big chest of Turtle Rock at the Hyrule Castle main entrance. So that's another one to keep in mind for later.
Orange heading over here to find out that the magic bat exists over at what is the useless fairy. Gigglemesh, we found Ice Rod Cave.
And we found nothing useful in it.
That's good. Fred heading eastbound to find Agina, which we don't have any bombs for. He'll be marking that as a place to return to later. We have money over there at the race game, which might be worth getting. And we do have Turtle Rock Basement here. The laser bridge.
Early
compass
laser bridge.
Inside.
And an early mini Moldorm cave, too. Skelly, why aren't you doing it? We have a sword, Skelly.
Wow.
Skelly!
And he just realized it. I think his teammate had to tell him about that. We did find a big key to Skull Woods here on Laser Bridge, a small key, which are universal keys because this is a retrench mode. And this is also why you see runners doing the Houlihan here, because money is very important in this mode.
It is, yes. There's a number of things you want to be able to purchase here. From extra keys in a few of the shops to buying your arrows for your bow. It's very, very helpful to have some extra cash on hand. And yeah, just to go back to the sword thing, just about every race I've seen, somebody has forgotten that you start with a sword, so I'm not trying to bag on anyone too much. It's very easy to forget.
All right, a lot of entrances are coming our way right now. Fred has found himself in Eastern, just outside of Eastern Palace. Hyrule Castle, that is. I think I misspoke. It's easy to do so in this mode.
It's hard. This is a very difficult mode. I've done a few practice. I've done one race with my team and a number of practice runs, and it's very difficult to keep track of everything going on and also paying attention to what you're doing and remembering to write down specific information. This is probably the most challenging week in League this year.
Yeah, because there's just so much going on between you and your teammate, and how you communicate it with each other, and how you also divide up chores.
Yep, when you split up, when you have to converge together to get specific items so you can split up again later, it's very challenging.
Spectacle Rock Top has been found. It is going to be a useful connector, perhaps, so we might want to keep that in mind. I haven't seen what Fred has found over here. It hasn't really all been that much, I guess.
Yeah,
Back of the
nothing.
tavern with half magic.
That's nice to have early.
Yes.
It's like Hexadus following Fred down into the basement of Hyrule Castle. So far, unless there's something noteworthy in Zelda's cell here, not too much going on.
And you're going to keep track of this because you do need to get that arrow at some point in time. Also, the small keys as well. Fred trying to set up a death warp coming up here real soon. Hoping that this isn't going to be a heart piece to refill his health, but instead it's the map to swap.
I mean, maps do have value in this mode because we don't know where our crystals and our pendants are by default, so it does help.
We will either need access to that section of the Dark World plus Mirror, or we will need to have a hammer to get to Ganon this time around. Hookshot Cave back is found as well.
Another one that's very easy to forget about if you don't make a good note of it once you find Hookshot later.
Fred making his way through the dark section here. Dark Cross, trying to get himself through. Still need to be very careful with your health. We do find where the lumberjacks are. That's at the guard collar on the left side of the village.
Yeah, Fred's down to 1 heart here.
Yeah, he's having a
heart.
lot of difficulty. Yeah, he takes that death.
It was farming the rats a little bit, hoping for a heart drop. Doesn't look like it got anything.
All right, Hexadus is going to be making his way over through here, so that could become important as Fred will pull away. Fred continuing his route over here. Sahasrahla.
Connector. All right, I'm just going to go for it.
Which is kind of dangerous early on because you can get locked out. In this case, you find out it's a connector to the Dark World.
See how much Fred wants to check here before heading back in. Can't imagine you'd want to go too far at this point.
Well, just like in the other mode and other co-ops, your goal is to stay away from your partner. Especially at this stage when you're trying to get as much information as you possibly can. As we do find Hexadus right now taking a death over at the Dark Cross, did find out that it was a universal key at Dark Cross.
All right. All right, Fred's gonna take the dip in the skull here.
And probably some of this is through the idea of your... Oh, that's a great place to come out to. Orange finding a take Andy over here at the top of the village.
Something that maybe if people are not familiar with the mode, just to go over real quick. So there are, I believe, 5 Take Any caves, similar to Zelda 1, hence the retro part of the name, where there is either a blue potion or a heart container you can take for free. And then there is 1 cave which has a free sword upgrade. And see, Hex finding the danger of taking early connectors and getting locked out here at Hype Cave. But Orange finding Paradox.
Yep, so did Skelly. So Skelly went out the bottom entrance here and found himself on top of Death Mountain. That's right side Death Mountain. Finds a cave that he can't do right now with mimics.
And then there's the front of Hookshot Cave. Okay.
I get curious when the game gives you multiple ways up to this mountain like this.
For sure. Yeah, Orange not finding too much in Paradox, just that bottle.
And Fred didn't find all that much inside of this Skull Woods as well. Drops down the hole, finds himself right back in Pinball Room, and he can't do a whole lot with that. So that's going to be a saving quip. Fred is going to head back to start.
Yeah, Skelly getting a little bailed out here. Picking up some bombs in the shop. It's always nice to have
Palace of Darkness.
With one, well, orange has 3 smalls, but that's a tough one because pod is pretty pricey on your key wallet.
Well, the big thing here is that we have not seen all of our drop downs. This could very well be the well. It's not, it's the lumberjack, and we have ourselves a red rupee. Probably not going to drop down, even though money is important in this mode. You're probably not going to drop down to
not for 20.
Get that. As we see Skelly now dropping down here to the backside of escape, we find ourselves the hammer. The lamp is also in the back of the escape right now. The hammer was at the mushroom spot.
All right, now we're cooking.
And pedestal check coming up here early on.
I like this. It's good info to get.
It is very much big information here. What do we got on the pedestal? Just
Nothing.
a little bit of love. Front of Turtle Rock has been found by Hexadus, and this was located at the Light Hype. So the unfortunate thing is what you're seeing from Skelly and Hexadus. They're both in the same general area. You want to try to break up your checks so that you're not on top of each other, checking the same things.
Yeah, as best as you can. I mean, you want to clear as much ground as you can and not have to crisscross until you need, if one of your teammate finds the boots, you're going to go run over there to wherever the boots are and grab them. But generally, yeah, you want to cover as much ground separately as you can.
Fred sees the well over at the sanctuary, and we do see the Lost Woods drop down. And that's not important, so you don't worry about that for the rest of this game. So the well is behind the glove, which means Useless Fairy is behind Ganon's tower, which is good news.
Terrific, yeah.
Skelly's making his way over towards the Ice Rod Cave area. And this can be a dangerous play to make at times. I mean, it's less risky when you have a partner here, but...
Without glove to open up this rock, it does get orphaned. So, I usually like to wait until I can, but sometimes you can't.
Skelly getting the health refill here, which is good, because down to half of a heart, you don't want to have to come back here because you took a death. As Red makes his way to the village, this is going to be cleanup for him. And we see a connector over here, the Quarreling Brothers.
We get a mountain connector. I think that's what we're looking for at this point. Not a graveyard
okay.
ledge.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about that ledge when you get the mirror.
Yeah, those hard to get to entrances are actually quite nice to be able to check off your list and not have to worry about them later on.
And so Orange has now freed up the old man.
Ooh. I did not see where that connector was.
I did not either. But he gets Waterfall Ferry over here with a heart container and a big key. The big key to Eastern Palace, as Fred's now going to go inside of the Palace of Darkness for the time being. And did that just give us the bottle empty back?
I think it did.
That's rude.
Pretty rude. Another big key to Meyer in the shooter chest of pod.
Yes. All right, let's see what else Orange does up here in the mountain. I know where the entrance to the old man came out, but yeah. Oh, Thieves Town. That's a solid one with 4 items inside.
Continuing on into pod.
And a nice universal key right in the way. So what are the kind of items that the runners would love to know that they're going to try to prioritize as early as possible?
Well, I mean, boots obviously being the biggest one. I think anything that gives you speed for scouting, so something like a flute would be something you want to grab. Moon Pearl, obviously, as well.
Yeah. Magic powder found here in Thieves Town. powder is a good one to let your partner know in case there is something on the magic bat.
Yeah.
But you're obviously not going to go out of your way to tell them you got to get this right now. Moon Pearl, yes. Glove, yes. Boots, definitely. Flute, absolutely. But not that.
All right, let's see. So far, pod coming up mostly empty for Fred. Still can check the Dark Maze.
Yeah, and Hype Cave found here for Orange. Fred trying to line himself up for the bomb. There's your Moon Pearl.
It is.
There's
and
your flute.
Okay. Get to Hype Cave immediately is what Orange is saying.
Yes, he is. Fred's going to get the bomb jump right here. Okay, so that was a big cave up here on Death Mountain, which, again, we don't remember exactly how Orange got up here with the old man. And we know that Palace of Darkness is a pendant.
All right, so we are probably not coming back here anytime soon.
Especially for what little we have found inside of this dungeon.
I don't think there was anything in there.
No.
A couple maps, but that was it. But Fred, not deterred, gonna go in for one last check.
Right side desert found here for Skelly.
Okay, a couple more connectors to check.
Blue mail found for Orange.
Oh, mirror on right side desert. That's another one of those ones you let your teammate know about very soon.
And have them route ASAP, yeah.
Yep. What was behind? Do we remember what was behind the lumberjack drop down?
Lumberjack drop down was the Lost Woods drop down, and it wasn't anything important.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about clearing Aga Tower today. That's good.
So Orange has cleared up both items, got the blue mail, which was a nice find, and the 5 rupees, which obviously was not.
All right, Exodus finding pod now, gonna go in for validation chest boots with 5 small keys, so well equipped to find nothing in here, and then mitts on the, or not mitts, gloves on the torch in Desert Palace.
That's fun.
Billy remembering that he does not have the big key.
And Orange has found a connector over here to Bumper Cave. However, without that mirror that's in Desert, not going to be able to check that spot just yet.
That's another one of those awkward entrances you have to make a note of and then try to remember later on.
Orange looks like he is going to go.
Gonna go activate that flute.
You're looking a little green over there, Skelly.
Well, he's just trying to compete with Orange, I think.
All right, Fred gets his way up to the mountain.
I still missed where the connector was.
Don't worry, we have 2 more opportunities to find this connector.
Well, maybe 1.
And we'll still miss out on it.
But this is... Yeah, so Fred's gonna hit up Hype Cave here, snag that Moon Pearl and that flute.
And there we're
back.
A little less green over here for Skelly.
I'm assuming he dipped down and checked that left entrance.
I would assume so, but I don't know. Desert Middle, though, takes us out Misery Mire. You ain't getting back in.
No, but with that mirror, we can check a couple more entrances here on the desert ledge.
And left side, we find the wrong Ice Rod Cave. And we mirror to the Light World. We're going to check these entrances as well. There's nothing stopping us right now. Not even an Ice Rod.
Setting up a mimic clip here. Nicely done. Very, very good.
And this is information that Fred did not pick up while he was here.
I think Fred did go to try to mimic clip. I didn't catch what was on the right side, but I thought he did.
I don't think he succeeded, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he succeeded. Although it's nothing over here. All right, Skelly checking desert entrances here, finds the brewery. And that is a universal key. And you will shout out universal keys to your teammate. Because 100 rupees does become a lot for these keys.
It does, yeah. The keys are very much a, if you feel like you need them, here it is kind of thing.
Yes. All right, Spectacle Bottom, which we did see the drop down, takes you to the mire area as well. A lot of information here in this early stage. We're still on seeking out information mode.
We are, and yeah, Orange and Fred have basically pretty close to free reign now with that Moon Pearl and Hammer. They can get to most of the Dark World at this point,
and they can split up their checks.
Yep.
Nothing inside of the Lumberjack Cave, or not the Lumberjack, the Graveyard Ledge Cave, as Orange is going to be finding out Hyrule Castle left, which is an entrance that Fred did not go back through when he was over here. He's now heading through the Mini Moldorm Cave, and Orange, because he does have the Moon Pearl, is going to be able to check these two entrances in the Village of Outcasts, the brewery first, and then Thieves Town entrance. We find ourselves Eastern.
Thieves Town entrance already, and I don't believe it was anything important. Eastern, we're just a bow shy of being able to clear this.
And as much as you want to Zelga EP this in a co-op, you probably should be checking this stuff out. Just in case it's something important. Like, for instance, a big key to Desert Palace.
I am not an Eastern Palace skipper in entrance. I will always go in if I find it.
Eastern skippers also in this division. They have swept this week already.
Yeah, so maybe I should be skipping it. I don't know. They're doing all right.
That Desert Big, solid find. It does open up one more item for now, because we haven't seen the back of Desert yet.
Correct. Okay, looks like Skelly found the mountain connector. Again, don't know where it was, but...
We have now 3 opportunities to find out what this connector was, but yet we have not seen it. We have one more try. Elder
right entrance, according to chat. Okay.
Oh,
Elder left. Either way, so... It was a dark entrance they found earlier that they went back to after finding the lamp.
Right next to Paradox.
Yep.
Shadows to Relkin, one of our trackers for this race, handing us out that information. Orange continuing through Eastern Palace, going to be checking the big key chest. Fred scouting out the Eastern. It's going to relay the word to Orange that the Ice Rod is over here. And Validation Chest Boots is soon going to be finding out about the location of the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, that'll be good for them. That'll give them a little bit more information than Bomb Squad has. Bomb Squad still needs to find Desert and get the info on the mirror and the glove, which Fred finds right now.
That book gets you into Eastern East Side. Fred's about to give that information relay. Now, that glove, once they are able to pull that glove, will give them... there's the boots!
They can pull the glove now. All right, well, that's huge, because that's free reign of Dark World and access now. Don't even have to take connectors.
Zelga EPers this time around. That boot seems like it's a pretty big deal. Orange going to quickly flute away. Where is he going to go? He's soon about to find out about this information. In fact, I think he's already getting that information from Fred that the mirror's here. He's going to get the information about the glove real soon. So Orange is going to have... Well, did he not get the hammer yet? I thought he was the one who got the hammer information first.
I thought so too. I feel like Orange probably has the hammer. I suppose we'll see. Yes, Orange does have the hammer.
Yeah, he definitely does have the hammer. So Orange now going to pick up this mirror and also pick up the glove. And he also will get to check to see what's in the big chest.
Skelly about to get that Moon Pearl and Flute info.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to get to Eastern Palace now and find those boots.
By the way, Hexadus has picked up a sword upgrade.
Yeah, I didn't catch where that was.
That's the theme of this broadcast.
It's tough to track 4 things going on at the same time, but
especially when you're dealing with entrances. You throw in entrances, it becomes a whole new game here.
Fred going through Eastern here to get those boots.
Yeah, he definitely wants those boots. He also wants this big key to Desert Palace. Orange hasn't told him what that big key gets him just yet, but he knows he wants that.
Let's see what's in this big chest.
So Hexadus now going out here.
Oh, wow!
Woohoo!
So the good news is that once you find boots in the Desert Big both being in Eastern, like it's going to be tough to miss that bow, right? Because you're going to go get your gloves and then immediately check the big chest.
So you had to go through Eastern, get the big key to Desert to get that bow.
And then now you can go back to Eastern to beat it.
And we don't know if we even need to do this dungeon yet. We find Ether over here at the Waterfall Ferry, or the Pyramid Ferry. Orange getting the same return of investment of a bottle with nothing in it. Over here at the Dark Shopping Mall. Back at Desert!
Well, I guess we're going to beat this and see what happens. I don't think we have info on this. Oh, we clearly don't because there's no P or C next to the magic bar. So this will give us some info.
So we're being told from chat it was the bomb shop.
Oh, was the Take Any sword?
Yeah, it was the Take Any.
Okay.
There's Fred picking up the boots. Orange pulling up the wrong pot. Mixing up the 2 rooms. It's easy to do.
Orange has not picked up their arrows yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a sketchy fight.
Yes, indeed. Fred finding another Take Any over here at the arrow game. All right, P or C, get your checks or get your guesses in the chat. P or C for Desert.
I'm going to go red crystal.
Ice Palace at the Tower of Hera. Can't do anything with this dungeon just yet.
Pretty good hammer stress from Orange here on the land, though.
Yes, indeed.
And it's a crystal.
Fred found the other bow.
Oh, did he? Wow.
At the digging game.
And a big key on Floating Island. Okay. It's a weird one to get to. You got to find a connector there.
Yes, indeed. But there's going to be a way to get there at some point. The game's going to be sure of it. We found the middle entrance to Spectacle Rock. Not that it really is going to do anything for us at this stage. Over at K45. Fred's cleaning up checks here. So far, it feels like the bomb squad has been making some good progress as we find the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, Validation Chest Boots needs to find that Eastern entrance, because that puts everything back together for them.
And that entrance was located over at the brewery. And there's
another glove. Okay, well that's actually a little dangerous for them, because that can pull them away from that second glove and that bow in Desert now.
Fred finding the back of Skull Woods. Now, not logically beatable. In fact, Fred can't even do much with this without another key in his arsenal. But it is good to have this in your knowledge bank here, as we found that over at the Light Bonk Rocks.
Luckily, that's a pretty easy one to get back to later if we need to do it.
Mm-hmm. Fred's about to find that Take Any. Exodus going through this hype cave, soon to get the Moon Pearl, so all 4 of our runners will have the Moon Pearl, as Fred now relays the word to his teammate that he has found the Take Any. Fred checking the hype cave location.
You already know that this was, the Hyrule Castle entrance.
Yep, but Fred never circled through those entrances, so he never knew that was Hyrule Castle right.
Kelly taking the slow walk through Spiral Cave. I know this is a favorite of yours, Rick.
Whatever do you mean? Fred finds that Spiral Cave as well, but Fred wants to check to see what we have at the Bombos tablet first. And it's a big key to the Palace of Darkness.
That's a good one. That's a beatable pod once they find that bow.
Fred finding a universal key,
Oh.
and that Spiral Cave dumps
That's
you out
gross
onto
connector.
the Turtle Rock Bridge with another one-way connector.
Oh, man.
The rabbit hole really is a rabbit hole. Another key shop.
Snag a key, why not? Skelly's a little low on cash, though, I think.
Orange finding those Titan mitts in the Mimic Cave. We'll relay that word to Fred. We saw Chicken Coop over here for Hexodus right at the Spiral Cave
That's
entrance. Fred stopping because I think Orange was just relaying the word about the Titans right there, trying to figure out what he's going to do for his route. And he's going to find out that he's going to be on a spot where he really wants to check these locations. Skelly currently in Super Bunny, finding rupees and rupees.
X checking this Mimic Cave. Okay, getting their glove.
Fred eating the keys, and he will now buy the arrows to go with his bow. Orange going to be checking this.
And
What would
Super
otherwise
Bunny
be?
leads to the top of Hyrule Castle.
Of course it does. And Blind Hut. Fred going through this. He's going to be seeking out all this information. We get our first bottle. We get bombs. We get red rupee. We get a universal key. Fred dropping down.
Just like to note that 32 minutes in, Hexodus finally opening the chest in Sanctuary for the first time.
As Fred now, he wants that Titan's mitt. That was what that pause was. Fred really wanted to get that Titan's mitt because Orange was instructing him over there because for him it's the glove, but he knows where the Titan's mitts are. Chess game here for Skelly.
The
heart container. It's funny. Fred has a bow, but it's not the bow that Orange has. As Fred's now going to be going in here to get his Titan's mitt as well as the silvers. What a funny game we play.
Sure is. Yeah, Validation Chest Boots is definitely starting to... The time loss of not having those boots is starting to tick up a little bit.
Yes, indeed. And as we pointed out at the beginning of this broadcast, this group is stacked. Well, this nice Swamp Palace over here can't do anything with that until, first of all, we need the flippers. Secondly, we need to find where the dam is. But this division is stacked. We have 5 teams currently sitting at either 2 or 3 wins. And you know, relegation is a thing that you do have to worry about. Hexadus, the first to find Hotel Mario.
All right, so Skelly is going to head into the dark world here, so we'll hopefully head south and find that eastern entrance.
Eastern entrance, he'll also find the digging game if he goes and plays his cards correct, but this is huge at this stage that this time that Skelly and Hexadus are doing without the boots. It's time that the bomb squad is just getting their checks taken care of. And so far, for the most part, Orange and Fred have just been keeping apart from each other.
Yeah, they're just, getting those items that are necessary and then immediately zipping off to a different direction. So they've been doing a good job of splitting up the work. Orange picking up a bunch of keys here. Could be a pod clear from Orange, potentially.
Totally makes sense. We have everything that we need to be able to beat it at this point in time. Now, Fred did some of the heavy work, and all that Orange really needs to do is get over to the mimic side and beat this dungeon.
Well, Orange does Orange have the big key? It's not on the tracker, so I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, that's right. He was just getting the Meyer big. Maybe heading to the right side while he's here.
This is something to keep in mind for this mode.
Oh.
It can be difficult. You can forget that you don't have a big key going into a dungeon.
Fred finds the dam.
That's good. Hexadus finding GT.
Ooh, that's a big location.
And Skelly unfortunately opted to go north to Skull Woods, so that eastern entrance is going to get left for a little bit longer.
Now, this is not a bad thing here for Hexadus finding this GT because there's still a lot of items in here.
Yep.
And we are still lacking some major components to this seed.
You can bomb jump across here as long as you know the setup for it.
Yep, you gotta duck down just a little bit from here. I think that's fine.
I don't know the setup for it, but other people do.
You got it. Now, this one here's a lot simpler. You just can just do the sword twirl as you get yourself corrected onto the right pixel. As we find our second bottle. Some rupees. Some more rupees. And a blue cane. Not the best of things, but I guess you really can't complain at this stage.
I mean, we did find Spike Cave, right? So
we sure did.
That puts it into logic.
Skelly checking the pedestal is going to find out that that is nothing. Gets just a little bit of love as the item on the pedestal. Fred's now going to be checking over here as well. And we'll go ahead and collect Kiki. Orange finding Ice Palace up here. Still can't do anything with this dungeon just yet because we don't have a fire rod or the bombos. Exodus, the first that's going to be checking up here on top of the pyramid.
In chat that yes, the Spike Cave play is not technically in logic until we actually have a hookshot, because that cane was hookshot locked.
True. Shovel on the pyramid is always interesting.
Is it though?
It's scary interesting. It's scary interesting. The one time you put off doing the check, it turns out to be something important.
Of course. Alright, we get to check this Turtle Rock entrance.
Orange giving us some new checks. Skelly's going to give us a new check. Skelly, yep, is going to give us a new check.
Alright, Fred finding the GT entrance with the boots in hand.
Potion
Go a little bit
shop.
deeper if he wants.
Potion shop located on top of the light bumper.
Kind of a rotten spot for that.
Hopefully the mushroom is never found. Orange finding the library. Dark Saha, yeah. Found over here. Not much you can say about that. Hera! With a hook shot!
Wow. Well, we can beat Hera now. And Skelly finding Meyer.
Which he can't do anything about right now because he doesn't have either component.
No way to get in.
All right, Orange, perfect setup to Hera Pot, as Fred's going to give him the information on what's over here on the right-hand side.
Nothing in the back of Saha. But green pendant TR.
You hope you never have to do that.
Well, we know where Laser Bridge is. It's not that hard to do. Trinex.
You still hope you never have to do that.
Yeah.
Fred has bonked his way over here. We find some bombs in here. And now knowing where the hook shot is, Fred's going to be very inclined to be checking some more of these spots in this GT.
Yeah,
because
pretty easy bomb jump here.
It's going to be logical.
Yep. You're here. No reason to not do it.
Yes, indeed. So Exodus now finding the back of Desert, can't do anything with it because they don't have the Desert big yet.
Moldorm not playing nice with Orange at all. The Moldorm was just hanging over on that left side.
Fred getting some bombs over here. Now going to be checking Randomizer room as Orange now tries to cool himself down. Kane and Samaria coming up here for Hexadus.
Much better second attempt.
Skelly checking out the well. I did not even see what we had inside the well. Magic Cape found for Orange.
Another crystal.
And a crystal. And a big key found for Fred. Swamp Palace.
It's like there was a sword in the well.
Skelly finding a sword in the well. All right, there we go. Hey, let's give a big shout out right at this moment here for Ral with Cheese and Relkin doing the tracking for this match.
Yeah, it's good to have 4 sets of eyes on this.
Both outstanding dudes here as we find the compass to Ice Palace.
Orange gonna head into the basement. Everyone's favorite.
Fred finds the flippers in Bob's chest.
So that's
a beatable swamp now.
That is a beatable swamp, yeah.
And Fred spending off his rupee, so he didn't have any left over for number 6.
I don't know if a bomb is the way to do that, but okay.
I think he was just trying to flourishly get his way through things. We found out the Misery Mire is one of our 5-6.
There's a little money. $5 in the Hera basement. Probably replacing arrows.
Fred could use some money right now. A big key to Thieves Town found for Skelly. Find. And that was located over here at the
Rare Shop.
Curiosity Shop.
And we do know where Thieves Town is, so that's another clearable dungeon.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Exodus finding the bomb shop.
What do we got?
So we know that Myra's one. Thieves Town's the other.
Yeah, silver arrows are at a premium in this mode. They cost 50 rupees every time you fire one off, so you have to be a little careful. And Hexit is also scouting Bombos on the Zora ledge.
Which is interesting because that could be our Ice Palace entry.
It sure could.
And let me talk seriously here. That could be collective go mode.
Do we have... We know that TR is a pendant, we know that Pod's a pendant, we don't know what our... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, right?
Doesn't really matter. We know all of our dungeon locations.
We don't
now,
know. No, we do,
the
you're
one
right.
big question here... Actually, yeah, that could be very well collective go mode.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if Skull Woods is a crystal, we would need the fire rod, but there are setups to doing that.
Yeah,
that would have you getting the lamp.
Pretty easy one to do with the lamp. All right, so Skelly is finally in Eastern here. Gonna get those boots in a minute or two. Probably not gonna feel great about... I mean, you're gonna feel good about having boots, but also probably not feeling great about not getting them until 45 minutes in.
Yeah, especially given all the things that we've now seen from the bomb squad as Orange comes in here, getting ready to finish off this dungeon, which is the sole purpose of being here at this stage. And Fred now finding Blind's hut over here on the right side. So at what point in time do you tell your partner to start focusing on dungeons?
Honestly, if I'm on the bomb squad side, right now.
I mean, you have a Misery Mire that you probably don't know for these two is a crystal at this point. Orange is getting some information about this Eastern. They do know that Palace of Darkness is a pendant, but they don't know that Turtle Rock is the green pendant at this point because they have not found Sahasrahla just yet.
They do know that Swamp is a crystal, though, so that's something that they can... I mean, Fred, collectively they could do it. They both need to collect one item, but... and they also need to find the Thieves' Town Big Key as well.
Yes. Unfortunately, Orange having some issues here with the Igor. Finally takes care of it. And this is a case where you spend the 180 versus the 300.
Oh, yeah. Well, Orange doesn't have a choice because Orange does not have those silvers yet, but even still.
But given the choice.
Yes, definitely. It's almost as fast, and having that money is pretty important.
So, Skelly now relaying the word to Hexodus. The boots are now visible. You really got to get to Eastern.
Luckily, Hexodus is close to the area, just going to finish up these handful of checks.
Yeah, and Skelly's going to feel unfortunate that he has not pulled that information about the bow. I mean, Hexodus is going to be able to finish this off. We do find out that Eastern is a crystal. That's 3 crystals here for Orange. Now, at some point in time, Orange has to take the lead on the exploration, and Fred has to start cleaning up on dungeons because this is a team race, and it's your average that matters. So Fred needs to get caught up to Orange's 3 crystals at some point.
Yeah, well, Fred finds that Bombos is going to pick that up. So between the two of them, they're, I think, just a Thieves' Town Big Key away from collective go mode.
And this one is a very super easy. Just line yourself against that wall, and then just bomb jump your way over. And now you can light the other torches.
Just to answer a question in chat, yeah, Ganon was at the Magic Bat drop down, so Ganon is available with that hammer.
Yes, the Ganon's Tower would be to get you into the great and wonderful useless fairy.
Has to be very desperate for a health refill to do that. So Orange gonna check and see if Skull Woods is indeed another one of the crystals.
It is, as you can see by the sea.
It is, yep. It's a little blurry on my screen, but yes.
It is blurry on my screen as well, but that is crystal number 4 for Orange, and it's a big key to Ganon's.
We don't want that. No, thank you.
Oh boy! All right, So Fred finds
Luckily,
Misery Mire.
there's really nothing at this point that's going to pull you into a GT climb, so...
So Fred has not found the Cane of Samaria yet, which is over at the Mire Shed. And I forget exactly where Mire Shed is, but Fred's going to have to get that cane at some point, which is why he's not going to pop himself into the Misery Mire just yet.
And Fred got that information about TR being a pendant, so that's good news for the bomb squad. Skelly heading into Hookshot Cave here, gonna do a little hovering. Not gonna find anything too useful over here because we already know where everything we want is.
And he's going to also know that He's also going to know that Thieves Town is the other major crystal, so once he finds it, he's going to get the Cane of Samaria now. They're just that Thieves Town Big Key, and that Thieves Town Big Key is at that Curiosity Shop.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how long does it take them to... Because at this point, I mean, I think you probably just want to start blitzing dungeons rather than entrances. So it may take them a little while to actually find that Thieves Town Big Key.
Fred has it marked down that Ice Palace is a pendant.
Oh, do we know that for sure? I mean, maybe we do. They actually know TR is a pendant due to knowing all 7 crystals. Oh, I guess we have all our info.
Oh, well, that's rude. As Orange is going to be trying to set up a sequence break over here.
Oh, we're doing this, huh? All right. All right, Skelly heading into Thieves Town with that big key in tow. This is going to be the first crystal on the board for validation chest boots. And yeah, this setup to do this room without the fire rod is not particularly friendly.
Oh, that didn't work. They really don't need that fire rod either, so I think they're just still trying to hope that maybe they can find the Thieves Town Big.
Yeah, that has to be it at this point. All right, gets it.
Gets the bomb jump, and now it becomes a race against time. Curiosity Shop entrance is where the bomb squad needs to go. It is the only thing that Hexodus and Skelly have over Fred and Orange at this point in time. As Hexodus now getting that desert big. Hexodus has that location of the bow. Orange giving Fred some words on what's over here. We get ourselves a big key to the Tower of Hera, so we did need to get the fire rod logically in order to beat this seed.
Okay, yeah. Orange doesn't say there was nothing behind Ice Armo, so there's no real reason to continue there.
Fred getting hit by the bomb slug, which is unfortunate. Well, technically, that is right. We did need that information for Skull Woods because Skull Woods was a crystal.
We don't care about logic around here.
Yes, we don't. Fred is not in the too far away from where this Curiosity is, but
it's just a matter of getting there. Yeah, so I mean this is potentially the opportunity for validation chest boots to catch up, right? If they go to desert and get that, well, if they go to desert and find that bow. Oh wait, Hexodus already has a bow, so they just need to find the flippers.
Yes, they do, but they need to get into Ganon's Tower deeper in there.
Right. Another big key to Swamp. We already knew about that.
Yeah, Orange is grabbing that out of defense at this point, just in case. We know it's not going to be anything as Fred tries to do the door ascension. Gets it. There we go.
But yeah, what I was trying to get at before was that it's possible that Validation Chess Boots may be able to go mode all these dungeons that Fred and Orange are full clearing if they find those slippers.
I do agree with you. But they need... Oh, that's a good find right there for Orange. Say Tempered Sword.
Oh, okay. Definitely not going to turn that down. All right, here is Skelly going to snag the mitts, and we'll find that bow.
And Orange just grabbing everything in GT and is going to be heading out of here as Fred continues on with this Misery Mire.
Fred a little short on cash to do silvers on Vitreous here, so this is, he's on Master Sword, 5 hearts. He does have burn a half magic, this is true. Alright, fine. Don't let me have any fun.
But you are having fun. You're commentating a race here on SpeedGaming. There's the Titan's Mitts for Validation Chess Boots. And Orange popping into Swamp Palace, but still needs to go ahead and activate the water. And where Orange needs to go to do that is going to be over not too far away. I like what Orange is doing here, setting up that portal so he can go back in once after he does drain this water.
That's the heads up.
That is a truly heads-up play right there. There's the Thieves' Town Big Key for Hexodus. Fred loading up with the Cane of Samaria, or the Cane of Burna, rather. Got to be careful, though. 3-2 hearts. Now's the time you just start to spam and spam and spam. You really don't want to take a death here, because this is huge time loss if you do. But Fred should be able to get through this first phase.
Yeah, we're fine here.
And now... Arrow
money for
after
arrows.
arrow after arrow. There's the sword upgrade for Hexodus. As Orange now going into Swamp Palace. There's the bug catching net for Fred. Not a bad reward if you want to catch a few fairies. First crystal on the board for Fred as Orange now in Crystal Dungeon number 5. So a little bit of a lopsided here, but...
I'm just going to keep clearing out these crystal dungeons, I think. Well, I don't know. Fred should probably just find this big key here now, right?
He's going to go to the south, so he's going to check a few of these locations in the general area, but as long as he gets to the Curiosity Shop, he will be in good... Oh, please don't take that. Oh, please don't take that. He's going to take it.
Uh-oh. Well, this is easy to get back through, right? This is one of the two-way connectors that you can just hop right back through if he doesn't... I forget where this leads, but if it's nowhere important, it's easy to hop back in.
This might take you to a place you want to go. This might take you to a place you don't want to go. But either way, let's just hope it doesn't take Fred to a place he can't get back to.
That's
okay,
fine.
That's good. That's good. He's got no reason to go back through. To walk away.
You sound very invested, Rick. I can't imagine why.
Well, you see that number 6 that's next to our team name compared to the 9 that's next to Validation Chess Boots as Fred's going to check the well. Something.
Well, this will be Tempered Sword for Fred.
We want to stay away from relegation. Fire!
Oh, there's the fire rod.
Chest of Swamp Palace.
So you had to go left side GT to get that swamp big, and then go into swamp to get fire rod. And okay, game.
You're cute, game. This is a very, very difficult division. As we mentioned, 6 of the 8 teams either are sitting 2 or 3 wins. Every game here on out feels like it's going to be extremely important.
Fred is still not going in the direction that we want him to. Here's another connector. It's gonna. I forget where this one leads. It was nowhere noteworthy.
Right side of the area of the lake.
But as long as Val Jason Chest Boots keeps dodging more GT checks, I think the bomb squad's probably in the driver's seat here.
That's music to my ears. By the way, we should talk about the music here. It's Trauma Center.
Oh, is that what this is? Okay.
Yes, we're currently listening to the MSU on Orange's side.
It sounded very Atlas to me, but I couldn't quite place it.
Fred going away. No.
This is not... Oh, this is bad, actually. This is orphaning that location pretty hard now.
Fred's going to finish off with Desert.
I don't blame Fred. I have many a time forgotten that entrance exists when playing entrance seeds, so it's definitely something that you can accidentally overlook.
Sanctuary Heart. Skelly finding left side entrance here of the middle portion of Turtle Rock.
And this is just going to be more wasted time for Skelly, because we know that there's nothing that they need in here.
Yes, indeed. So, Validation Chest Boots trying to float their way across the air over towards the other side of the bridge.
I think this is going to be a similar situation where both teams at this point, they're close enough to go mode that they're just going to be hitting the crystal dungeons that they know, completely avoiding the last item that they both need.
Yep. Exodus needs, or rather, Validation Chest Boots need to find the location of the flippers. Bomb Squad, it is the Thieves Town Big Key.
Orange picking up crystal number 5.
However, where's GT?
I don't remember.
It is located at the Palace of Darkness. It's not near anything.
Oh, was it really all the way over there? Ew.
Where is Misery Mire?
I don't remember where any of these items, where these
Bumper
dungeons...
Cave Bottom. Orange has a better chance of getting to the Curiosity Shop than Validation Chest Boots at this point, going back to GT. But there's so many items inside of GT. And they haven't found the hookshot yet either. They haven't found Hera.
Oh, you're right. Okay, my bad. So yeah, they are definitely behind here.
Orange is gonna go in here, find out that it's the desert main entrance. And while you're here, you might as well take the connector.
Okay, well there's Hera for Skelly, so this is gonna be the hook shot.
Yes, indeed. Here is the hook shot.
Okay, so that would explain why maybe they were dodging GT. With the hook shot now, I think that's more incentive to go back to GT.
All right. Orange, where are you going? Are you going to check your... No, you're not.
Nope. No one wants to check Curiosity Shop. They've still got time on their side.
Just increase my heart rate up to about 75.
Well, they weren't going to make it easy on you, Rick. I mean, you know they had to make you sweat it a little bit.
Didn't I sweat enough against Malazanthalos in the casual boots race?
Yes, you did. Alright, so it looks like Hex is going to pick up the mitts.
Fred picking up the hook shot. And he'll be finishing off with this dungeon coming up here in just a moment.
Yeah, I wonder if Fred's starting to think I need to start catching up in dungeons here a little bit and just let Orange do the scouting at this point.
Yeah. Especially considering the fact that the count right now is sitting at 5-2.
Well,
5-2.
Oh, okay. Oh, the palace just showed up there. Wow.
Fred having a little issue getting the Harapot. There it goes. All right. Go Curiosity Shop.
I mean, what else would Orange be going up here for?
Go Curiosity Shop.
I guess Meyer.
Curiosity.
No, this is not the direction of the Curiosity Shop. So close. This is just Orange going to be checking the back of Skullwood's entrance, I think.
Curiosity Shop. Why not?
They'll get there. They have to, right?
I hope so. All right. Actually, where are you going, Orange?
Actually, yeah. What is this?
Oh, the connector. The Death Mountain Descension cave here.
Well, this is not Curiosity Shop at all.
It's just making me curious. And ragey.
What a terrific connector. I mean, that's good. It's like the fact that it was a dead end is good.
Oh, man. Fred!
Oh, no. We got a little novel here now. No one ever talks to the little ball, you know?
All right, Fred going through Bumper Cave. This probably is taking us to the island. Yes, it is.
See what this big key is that we don't need. Oh, good. They're thinking it could be the Beasttown big key, but we know it's not. It's Turtle Rock big
Turtle
key.
Rock. Oh, dear God. Ew. All right, I know why Orange is doing what he's doing. Because he wants to check this entrance. But it's not what he wants.
Right, so what does he do now is the question. I don't think mirroring is what you want to do. Okay, just gonna check pet first. Oh, wait, no, he just did.
They already know what's on the pedestal.
It's gone. All right. Goodbye, Curiosity Shop.
Trying to discuss with Fred, see what the options are. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, they have an ice palace, which they haven't touched, so that's an option for them.
Yep, and that's exactly where it looks like Orange is going.
Yep. Beyond that, options are not great.
Yes, indeed.
But the same can be said for Validation Chest Boots side.
Orange stops his tracks.
Hex is finding swamp.
Oh, gosh. As Skelly finds the back of Skullwoods.
I mean, good for them, but they need to get back over to
Curiosity Shop. No, come on! Why do you not go to... What I'm going to assume is that Orange and Fred are under the belief that they've already checked it.
That has to be the case, which is very unfortunate.
Yes, indeed. So Fred's now cleaning up Swamp Palace, which he does need to do.
All right, here's Ice Palace. Let's see what we can find in here. A mushroom, perhaps?
This is the fun and thrills of the league when you're the outside teammate.
This was me on my first race. I mistracked a chest in Misery Mire and lost.
It is so easy to do too.
It really is. You're just not. It's you're talking to your teammate. You're kind of autopiloting, and you just accidentally forget something. And if it's the one thing that happens to be your go mode item, then that's it.
Exodus now in Thieves Town, finishing that dungeon off.
Yep, Skelly still searching. They just need to get back to GT.
And this might be the play right here.
Be it. So as soon as Skelly finds these flippers, validation chest boots will be in no mode, and then okay, gonna check this first.
Well, that's your GT.
Oh, that is GT. Oh, okay. I thought it was in pod, not in Dark Side. Aha, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, this'll start the timer on the bomb squad to find that Thieves Town big. They do still have a lead on dungeons, slightly.
Fred picking up the Swamp Palace dungeon here. 4 dungeons for Fred, 5 for Orange.
The Thieves Town big key is at the Curiosity Shop entrance, which I think was Bonkrocks, the Bonkrocks chest.
Yes. Fred is fluting to 4.
And I think Fred's still on cleanup here.
No, he's doing Turtle Rock at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Or no. Yeah, he's doing Turtle Rock. He just meant to go to the shop.
Remembered. We've all been there.
But the problem is now the Bomb Squad is doing all of these pendant dungeons.
Yeah, I mean, like this is giving Validation chest boots the opening that they need to get back in this. So
Yes.
Skelly's going to be in go mode pretty quickly here, and then, like I said, the clock starts ticking.
And all it takes is somebody saying, I think I've got that location. It was nothing, right?
Yep, it's very easy to do.
Mm-hmm. There's the Swamp Big for Skelly.
Next chest will be the flippers.
So Orange grabbing the blue pendant. Fred about to do the green pendant. Validation chest boots about to get this.
Oh wait, we got the big key. We got to check the big chest first.
Yep, that's gonna be gold sword for Skelly. Orange, I think he's going to climb the tower now.
And then
Why
so
would you not go to Mire at this point?
there's flippers. All right, so Skelly immediately does quick double check to make sure, and then bails out. So start the timer. But yeah, this play from Orange is not doing Bomb Squad any favors, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a case where he does not want to go into Mire because they're not in go mode. They need to find where the Thieves Town big key is. They're still trying to get information. The problem is that they're not getting the information that they need.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think it really does seem like it was a mistrack, and it may take until they full clear everything else before they realize it. I mean, listen, I've said it a couple times during this stream. This mode is hard. Like, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This is very difficult. Even runners of this caliber, it's super easy to forget something. Red just barely skirting around the entrance once again.
Yep. And this is the purpose of him checking the old man, Sahaswala.
Right.
Gets the wrong answer.
No,
don't food away.
Yeah,
Why are you fooding away?
This has to be. It's 100% an accidental mistrack.
I don't get how you would miss out on an entrance like that, except for you're too busy with your partner. That's just unfortunate, though. This is it. Ah. I mean, I get how it exactly happens, but it's just...
Yeah, it is unfortunate for sure. It's even more, like, mistracks happen, it's even more unfortunate when that mistrack happens to be the one item that you needed. There are so many other items that it could have been, but it had to be the Thieves Town Big.
And it's such an easy place to forget, too.
It is, and it's a hard one to get back to when you forget it. It's not like a simple save and quit to get back there. That's true. As chat points out, I mean, it's possible it's not a mistrack. It's possible, you know, we've hit all our major item caves. We
So
only
now
have...
you're sticking with your dungeons.
Yeah, so go to where the density is. Like, why check entrances when you have like one item cave that's one check at that point? Which makes sense.
Yeah. Just unfortunate it turns out to be the thing that changes this race around.
Hex trying to check the big chest for his butter sword, but does not have the big key, so gets denied.
Yeah, you might want that.
Yeah, I mean, tempered. Although neither does Skelly and Hex have silvers?
I thought one of them did.
Not like we really need it at this point, but Hex has it on his. Okay, so yeah, we have confirmation that Hex
there it
does
is.
have
Yep.
it. Orange gonna pick up this Bombos or check Zora? Have we not checked Zora yet? We might not have checked Zora.
As Fred picks up the big key to Ganon's tower, he knows that's not anything important to him at this point. Validation chest boots looking like they're going to take away the points, even though for a while there it looked like this was the bomb squad's race to lose.
Yeah.
They wound up just finding a way to lose out, and we will find out in the post-race interview what wound up happening.
There we got Hex. Hex just needs to clear up this and Swamp Palace, while Skelly has a couple more dungeons to do. Well, actually, no, just two. Just finish him Eastern and then do Meyer. So they each have 2 dungeons apiece.
It does feel to me like, just based on some of the things we saw right around that time, Fred was deciding to leave behind that northern side of the Dark World. It just feels to me like, oh boy, Ice Palace Big Key. It just feels to me like this is just, I think I got that spot. As the validation chest boots, all they need to do is just rush these entrances.
Yeah, 1 more dungeon apiece for each of them.
Orange checking the big chest. This is now where you know you really have. I feel this is now where you're just feeling like you're
kind of floundering a little bit, and you're like, what are we missing?
They're gasping at straws at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the time in the seed where you've hit all your dense spots and you only have random one-off checks left, and then you start to wonder, like, did I miss something? Did I mistrack something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why Fred's going into ice here.
Check that big chest.
Oh, right, okay.
The answer to the problem is that curiosity shop. And neither Orange or Fred know this at this point. They have done everything except for what they need to do at this point.
Ellie picking up that Meyer big, then just zip over to Meyer. Hex just has to finish out Swamp here. You know, we still haven't found that mushroom.
And it just now feels like Orange is getting ready to do the breadsmith chain.
Yeah, that's what this looks like.
Now that we're pretty much just doing small single checks at this point, the one check they need to do just completely aren't the ones they need to. Just for a red rupee there on the breadsmiths. At this point, it's pretty much over with. Even if they were to go right now into Curiosity Shop.
Yeah, they're too far behind at this point.
Hexodus is on his final dungeon. He's about to go up against Dargus.
Skelly is in the basement of Meyer, which is his final dungeon. So yeah, even if by some miracle they did happen to find it, it's too little too late at this point. Back to clear Helma, yeah. Well, we'll be able to find out soon enough if it was a mistrack or just a decision to ignore it, but definitely looking like mistrack. Oh no, big hit of Skullbloods. And that is dueling crystals for VCB, picking up their 7th crystals almost in sync.
Yep, and now it is time to head over to Ganon.
This is, I'm going to say, this is a very, I mean, obviously, ignoring the unfortunate thing happening on the Bomb Squad side, this is a very fast co-op entrance seed.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Billy and Hex both in the Ganon fight.
I don't think Skelly has the silvers.
Hexus has silvers. Hexus is only on tempered, so Skelly having a little bit faster phase 1 and 2. But yeah, I mean, this is what you want to do in a co-op seed if you can. Having both players finish roughly the same time is the ideal situation.
And now into stage 4.
Billy gonna do a little spin in here.
Well, Hexadus is going to be spending some cash.
If you got it, might as well use it.
And there's 3 and 4. And validation chest boots. They were slow getting towards the mountain to get things that they needed, but a miss entrance or miss something, and it was their race to take after that happened.
Hexus crossing the finish line. Skelly just got a couple more spins to do here. And there it is. Skelly crossing just about 30 seconds behind. GG's to validation chest boots.
Yep, they get the 3 points. Big 3 points for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one. It helps separate from the rest of the pack a little bit.
Yep, as we mentioned, this is a very condensed group, and the Bomb Squad's still sitting in last place. And this is a race that showed kind of where stronger runners are able to excel.
Well, you get a chance at a little revenge tomorrow night, right?
Yes, indeed. Orange and I will be going up against Validation Chest Boots, now with the need to win to keep ourselves up with the path.
Yeah, GG's to all 4 runners. It's everyone played well. It's just a real unfortunate mistrack that happened to be a huge detriment in this seed.
As we are joined by the winners of this race, the Validation Chest Boots.
Skelly did all the work.
Hexadus and Skelly.
I don't know. Hex looks like you finished first.
Yeah, only because I got silvers. I even tried to slow down the Ganon fight there. That's my excuse for totally flopping the 1-in-1.
And just as we say that, Fred
There
finds
it
the big
is.
key to Thieves Town.
Yep, and that was the difference of this race right there.
Yikes.
A missed entrance by the looks of things.
Yeah, it was. You guys were a little behind there. You got up to the mountain quite a bit later than Fred and Orange did, and they had that Moon Pearl and the flute, the boots significantly earlier. But unfortunately, yeah, that Thieves Town big key just eluded them for a very long time.
Yeah, I didn't even think about how much faster we could have gotten Flute and Pearl. That makes sense. So we didn't bother rescuing Old Man to wait Lamp and stuff.
Right.
That was actually one of the last things we could still do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Bomb Squad got the boots early. Out of Eastern, they found out about they grabbed the glove off the lantern in Desert. Then Orange, who had the Desert big key at that point, found the bow there. But what gave you guys the chance to get back into this race was the Thieves Town big key.
I was in the forest shop, right?
It was
Yeah.
some curiosity shop.
Okay.
Fred just kind of dodged it. I don't know if it was accidental. Well, I guess we'll find out if it was accidental or just a choice. But yeah, Fred just kind of dodged it when he was checking North Dark World and never went back to check it.
Well, there's that old saying, it's better to be lucky than good.
We were talking after we finished about how it's probably a really good thing that Flippers was our go mode. Because we, couldn't even do Swamp.
Right.
And we were also thinking about Splash Lily for Bombos to do Ice. We were like,
yeah, you
well,
guys got to go mode a lot of dungeons that they full cleared because of
Yeah.
that.
Little did you know the craziness that was behind the seed, though. Because you needed the flippers out of the left side of GT to get the fire rod out of the Swamp Big Chest.
Yeah, you guys never found Fire Rod, but that's where it was the Swamp Palace Big Chest.
And furthermore, you also needed the Hera Big Key on the right-hand side if you didn't know how to Hera Pot.
Yeah, logically this seed was kind of a mess, but luckily we don't care about logic.
mean, I
And
didn't even
there's
have
right
Swamp
there
Big.
is the end of the race there as the bomb squad throws in the towel. They know they have been defeated.
Understandable at that point.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I guess we'll try to get it back tomorrow night, but just one of those cases where it was just unfortunate where one mischecked makes the difference. But then again, that's been the theme here of the league.
It's like the theme for every randomizer ever.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's always in the one thing you skipped.
It really is, and it's super annoying.
Yes, indeed. And we will have Orange here to talk about it right now for the bomb squad. So, what wound up happening?
I thought the Curiosity Shop entrance was already checked.
Yep. And it became more and more apparent the later this seed went on that that was likely the case, that it was a case of you checked it, right? Maybe. And then it was lost forever.
Well, not forever, but yeah.
That's really all it came down to. It's just that I thought the Curiosity Shop was checked, and it ended up not being checked. And when we were in the middle of last looking at these big, I was trying to name off entrances, and I was like, Curiosity Shop, and that's when it hit us. That big old, oh no.
Yeah.
Yep, the boing. And that's all it took right there. You and Fred were the first ones to discover the boots inside of Eastern. You were able to pull off that glove over in Desert. Was able to get that bow in the Desert Big Chest. And it looked like for a while that perhaps things were going to be going well here for the bomb squad. Just that one check came back to haunt. And when Fred went to the right to start checking those Northern Dark World checks and then ran away from the area, that just started to isolate that spot, and you both never made it back. Not until after the validation chest boots finished this race.
I think
Yeah.
everyone hates that entrance. That entrance sucks.
Yeah. The reason we waited to forfeit was because, simply put, I think the both of us raced with the race time room minimized. So while I was picking up the prize from Vitreous, I opened up the race room, saw that the Skelly and Exodus had already got done. And I was like, Fred, should we forfeit?
And that was the end of the race. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of where communication becomes key between teammates, and the teams that are able to do the best communication are the teams you see wind up doing well in these co-op races. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. One entrance gets mixed up in the shuffle, and that was the one that caused this race to flip in the way that it did. But it is what it is. Again, tomorrow night, things will try to be different.
We can at least try to go for the split tomorrow. Right?
That's correct. We'll see what winds up happening tomorrow night, but I don't know what else to say about this one. Obviously, as the teammate, this now keeps us towards the bottom of the division. But this being a stacked division, it still gives us something to at least. We're not far back in the running.
Yeah, just 1 or 2 wins and this whole division changes.
Yes, indeed. Any closing thoughts about the way that you two divided things up, Hexadus and Skelly?
I felt like I was chasing Skelly the whole time. There was a couple checks I did on my own, but like every time I find a new area or a new thing, it's just like, oh, I found this wonderful, awesome object that you should come and get. It's like, oh, fine. I
Yeah,
guess.
that does happen sometimes, unfortunately. It's just like, oh, I found the hammer, you should get this. Oh, okay. All right, I found the moon pearl, you should get this. Okay, I found the boots, you should get this. That does happen in this mode occasionally, and you can't really do anything about it. You just have to get the item and then split up again.
It's maybe a little lopsided in how many entrances I was doing versus how much of the early dungeons he was doing. Like, I felt like I was constantly bombarding him with information like, okay, this is at this entrance is dead, blah, 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 when he's just, like, walking through Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, that was rough.
There were a few times where I was just like, okay, just let me know when you're ready for me to tell you this other thing I found. Just because he was doing the dungeon
connectors
bits.
and stuff, and I'm like trying to execute and not look dumb. Didn't work, but you know, like the mouse is clicking. I'm just using the D-pad, and I'm like, oh, there's an enemy in this room I have to kill. Hang on.
Honestly, thank God we were kind of late to the boots.
Yeah,
Just make it that much harder to track.
Yeah.
yeah. Having to constantly press the A button would be a problem. Well, thankfully you weren't like calling things out as I was mid-hover.
Well, thank goodness for small things.
Yeah.
All right. Let me
Just
go
want to say
ahead.
that was a very pretty Ganon fight on Fred's side there.
Yes, it was. Get you GG's there for Fred, who wound up finishing up this seed. I'm guessing Fred is not going to be joining us for this post-race interview, but any thoughts about the how you feel you and Fred wound up splitting things up, Orange?
Originally, the plan was to just kind of let him do his thing where I do a little more sensible routing. And then it got to a point where I was constantly like, Fred, get over here. Fred, get over here. Fred, get over here. Because I kept finding all these major items like a glove or that bow and Samaria and the hook shot. But don't worry, he got 1 or 2 orange get over here's back, so it's all worth it.
And let's be honest here. This is a difficult mode to try to communicate with each other in at times, but especially when the items are heavy, like they were at times in this mode.
Yeah, I think the real issue communication-wise this year was that if someone hits a god route, it becomes a complete information overload.
Yeah, and that is definitely a thing.
Because that was what was happening to us early game. Like, we were just straight up hitting a god route.
Mm-hmm. And both of you did do a pretty decent job early on splitting up your checks. But again, one check that didn't get made. If luck is not on your side, it turns out to be the luck, or it turns out to be the one place that's going to burn you. And in this case, Thieves Town Big Key. So, I guess with that being said, GG's to Validation Chess Boots. Orange and I are coming after you tomorrow.
I'm
Looking forward to it.
forward to not playing and watching it because this mode is exhausting.
It really is. It's such a, like Orange said, it's such an information overload. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
very
rough.
taxing on the brain. All right, I guess at this point, I think we should wrap things up for this broadcast. GG's to both of the teams. Be sure to give them both a follow. Also, big thanks to Royale with Cheese and Relkin for doing the button clicking for us here on this stream. And Giggle Mish,
That's me.
tomorrow night, we'll see what winds up
happens.
happening.
I mean, I signed up to calm that one too, so we'll see if I'm on it or not. But I'll be watching either way.
So with the win, Validation Chess Boots goes to 4-3, separates himself from the 3-4 and 3-5 pack. Bomb Squad drops to 2-5, but can still get themselves into a tie for the last spot in the division with a win tomorrow. We'll see what winds up happening as we continue week number 4, the Veterans Co-op week of the league. For more information on the league, you can go to ALTTPRleague.com. And there you get all the standings and current information about the league. All right, let's get on out of here. I'll let you say the final word. I'm Adirondack Rick saying thank you and good night.
All right, good night. Come back tomorrow to watch the rematch.